today about, and just wanted to go over the subject is emotions in the body for young men. Reason why I wanted to go over this topic in the Life Labs today is because what I'm starting to see as mentoring and as I'm talking to young men is that there's a lot of emotions that they're going through, a lot of things that they're going through, and they really don't know how to navigate. One thing that I also see is that they're looking at friends and wanting to be liked by friends, and also they want to be, just seen. And most of that is coming from their emotions. Most of that is coming from how they want to be seen. And the emotions is in control rather than them being in control. So I want to give you pointers on how you can be able to navigate this path that we call emotions. Emotions that I call is nothing but energy in motion. So I want you to understand that your energy that you have that's in motion, you have the ability to control it because it's energy that's in you that you have the ability to control. So in Life Labs, the one thing that I want you to understand, this is a mentor podcast. In the mentor podcast, I want you to understand and bring topics so we can be able to discuss them, break them down, and be able to go over them. So let's get into it. As a young man, I noticed that when I was young, you know, you may be doing the same thing or you may didn't. You may not have gone through the same thing. But the one thing I noticed that as a young man, there's so much that you're passionate about. There's so much that you're driven about. But if it's not honed in and directed to something, it can just go everywhere. It can go haywire. And the one thing I don't want you to do is to be haywire in a place where it's called for you to be under control. So how do I get under control when there's a lot of emotions going on at the same time? Identify the situation that you're currently in. Because if you're in a situation that doesn't require you to be so emotional about something where it's small, where it's large, where it's something that you can be able to take care of instantly or something that you just need to, think about. That's how you identify or that's how you get your emotions under control is that first you identify what it is that's in front of me. What it is that I'm going through. What is it that I need to get through? What is it that what's causing me to be so emotional? Is it something that somebody said? Is it something that somebody did to me? Is it something that my mom or my auntie or my uncle or any family members or friends said to me? Okay, next, I need to know how to go about navigating this. Is this something that I need to get mad about? This is something that I need to get over? This is something that I need to ponder on? Or is it just something that I need to you know, just sit with? Sometimes you need to sit with things and just go over it and just play it through your mind to be able to get past it, get to the other side. But sometimes it's just that you want a quick response. Getting a quick response is good for the moment. It may cause temporary relief, temporary okay feelings. But what happens is that doesn't solve the issue that's still at hand. If you didn't deal with the issue, you didn't identify what the issue primarily is, then what happens is that it's just going to keep popping up. One thing I noticed about life is that life will present you with the same issue, but in different shapes and forms. So I want you to be able to understand and deal with these situations when it comes up so you can be able to deal with it and be prepared for the next one. Be prepared for the next situation. Because in life, we go through challenges, but it also presents us with challenges that we must get over, that we must get through, that we must, as young men, be able to understand that this is not something that's major. This is not something that's going to hurt me, kill me, or end my life, but this is something that is right now. This is something that is going to cause me to deal with right now. But the one thing I want you to understand, once you identify what the problem is that I really need you to transition fast to learning from it. What do I need to learn from these situations? What do I need to take from it? What is it that requiring me to do right now? What is this something that have I been through this before? Have I gone through this in a certain different manner, or what is it causing me to feel this way, and what do I need to do to get around it? Once you identify what I need to do to get around it, what will happen is that it's going to show you the answer. It's going to show you the way to get to the solution to it. Get to the other side. Because I don't want you to get in life where it's saying, woe is me. I don't want you to transition to that place, right? Because it can, after you go to battle to battle, to battle to battle, to the next battle, to the next battle, what can happen is that you can get into the victim mentality. You can get into a place where, well, this is something that always happened to me. This is something that I just can't get over. This is something that I just, it just happens. No, it doesn't just happen. It's a reason for it. It's a reason. There's something that occurred or transpired that caused this to happen. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to first identify it. Next, learn from it. And then the next major thing that I want you to do is plan your attack for your day. That happens the next day before. That means you may need to plan your day out. You may need to prepare your mind for tomorrow. Prepare your mind for situations that may occur at school, at home, and with friends. You need to identify these things first, because if you never identify, and then when it's time to go for the plan, you're going to be planning for things that has not or will not occur. I need you to really plan on what do you think that will occur if you did XYZ. If you didn't do XYZ, here's what can happen. Here's what may happen. How are you going to deal with these things? How are you going to get in front of these things is what I want you to plan on. How you're going to be able to navigate your emotion when something happens like this. When somebody yells at you, if somebody do something that you didn't really know like where that come from, that throws you off tilt or off kilt, anything like that. If something throws you off, I need you to bounce back real fast and be able to respond to that. Understand that in life, there's a thing that your emotions can cause. You can cause you to do a response, commit an act, or make you really think that everything is against you, or make you think that this is a major thing when it's not. It may be something small. It may be something small, but if you haven't identified it, if you didn't plan for it, sometimes you can plan, and things still go in the opposite direction. So I just want you to, when I say plan, I need you to plan how you will respond in any situation. In any situation. As a young man, you may be in an environment that it makes you feel like everything is at a high level when it's not. It's not at a high level, but it's based off plan your response is what I'm saying to you. How do you plan to respond in situations? At school, in the class, in the hallway, in the cafeteria, walking home, going to school, on the bus, getting off the bus, getting on the bus. These are things that you know what you can do and you can control them. Now, you can't control the other person's response, but I need you to identify, okay, how would they respond in that situation, in this situation? That's what I want you to do. So I need you to identify, learn, and I need you to plan. So now we just went over identify, learn, and plan. So the last thing is that I wanted us to go through on this life labs is that execute. What is your level of execution? What does that look like? Your level of execution. Is it one of those things that you give 50% when something rises up? Or do you give 100% of your emotions to things? Like, for instance, if something comes up and you're spazzing out and you're yelling and you're crying, or you're getting frustrated about something that doesn't require you to do so, or it may just need you to step back, that's your execution part, where you just need to step back for a moment. And sometimes it may be for a moment, sometimes it may be for a brisk moment, sometimes it may be that you need to respond right now. But it's how you respond to everything. It's how you respond. It's how you deliver. It's how you act in the situation. How do you want to be seen in the situation? Do you want to be somebody who's under control, that knows how to control a situation, rather than the situation controlling him? The next thing is I want you to understand that your emotions can derail you or set you back or push you forward, right? But I need you to identify what the situation is. How do you plan on getting out of this situation? How do you plan on dealing with this situation in that time? Sometimes it doesn't require you to be a person that is yelling. It doesn't require you to just be somebody who is acting out. It doesn't. Think about a situation that arises in class. What do you think that will cause you to be in a situation that may want you to respond in a irrational way, right? What about the hallway? What is it that you're doing to cause things to go in a different direction in the hallway? What are some things, or who are you hanging with in the hallway? Or are you walking by yourself? What is it that will cause your emotions to do something that you wouldn't normally do on the bus, or getting off the bus, or getting on the bus, or going to your seat on the bus. Reason why I'm giving you these scenarios in so much detail, like far as class, bus, school, hallways, because these are the things that you have to navigate right now as a young man. These are things that you have to navigate um, often. And the one thing I want you to do, and the one thing I would not want you to do, is say that, woe is me, it's not you. I need you to be ready for the battles that you're going to have. Be ready for the ups and the downs, the ebbs and the flows, the some good days, some bad days. But I need you to stay consistent. Stay consistent. That's the execution part. Stay consistent on how you plan on responding to things. Stay consistent on how you plan on dealing with things that comes up to you. The one thing I want you to know is that your energy is, your energy can come and go. Your energy can be something that it actually just comes there, and then you'd be like, wow, did I deal with that situation the way I should? You are, and you can deal with situations the way they rise, but it's all about how do you want to go about it. So remember what we covered today was, and I hope you got something from this message today, which is we talked about identifying the issue or the energy that you need to respond to, and the way that you respond. And are you learning from the issues? And then are you planning for the things that may occur the next day? And then lastly was the execution, because the execution is all about how you're dealing with it in that moment. And then one thing I want you to do is always be great. Always understand is that you have the ability to control you. You can't control nobody else. And once you know that, and once you remind yourself that I can only control me, you will allow the energy that's in your body to be able to be under control and be able to deal with it in a certain kind of way, in a certain manner. So I want you to know that anytime and everything, or any comments that you have, please let us know. Please drop them in the comment, and I want to make sure that we help in any kind of way that we can.